So what do you know about Devil May Cry 2?
Are you recording?
I just hit the record button.
Oh, that's why you asked.
That's why I asked directly. Like, how much do you know? Like, for realsies.
Okay, so I think I've maybe watched the What Happened.
Okay. I forgot they did a What Happened on this.
Yeah, I watched the What Happened, and then I watched Maximilian's highlight of his time beating the game, of his playthrough of the game from Twitch.
Okay.
He does, like, he uploads highlights or the general thing about how his playthrough went through. And what I deduced from his playthrough was that the sword is ineffective. Guns seem to be the most effective thing because the game punishes you for being up close.
These all seem like pretty reasonable things to gather from anything relating to Devil May Cry 2. All right, so also there are two characters and they do have different campaigns, sort of. So yeah, this is unfortunately not a beat the game as Dante and we're done.
You sound even less happy.
It's pretty fucked up.
But this is even earlier Dante, because this is a prequel.
No, not at all.
This is not a prequel?
This is not a prequel. So originally the theory was this was the furthest point in the franchise, and at first it was. Then DMC5 retconned that, and we're grateful for that fact. DMC2 now takes place after DMC1 and before DMC4.
Oh, I'd expect before DMC4.
Well, originally this was after DMC4. This was the latest, like this was like way in the future, and Dante is just like ancient. It's fucking stupid.
It doesn't sound very smart.
No,
it doesn't sound very intelligent.
Really isn't.
So Hideki Kamiya had nothing to do with this, did he?
The person who had anything to do with this was fired, and the let me get a name really quick. Devil May Cry. So the person who would go on to direct Devil May Cry 3, which again I'll have a name for you as soon as I. Oh, Hideki. What am I saying? It's Hideki. Hideki? I'm terrible, but it's Tsuno, the person who would go on to make Dragon's Dogma and eventually Devil May Cry 5. You know, the mastermind behind everything good about this franchise. Even though DMC1 is good, Itsuno is who really took it to the next level.
Got it.
And we are very grateful for that fact.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Okay. I guess there's no really delaying it anymore.
You can't, like, look, dude, you gotta treat this shit like a band-aid. Just pull this shit off.
Yeah. Yeah.
But, like, okay, so is this one of those cases to where, like, the game is looked at badly now?
No, it was bad when it came out. I still played through all of it, but I could tell this was not as good as the original. There were some cool... Okay. I will show you something quickly that was a reason why I convinced myself this wasn't that bad for about half the game. And I was able to switch to the Switch. I finally worked out all the bugs with that, so... Good news, we'll have the correct version of DMC3, or at least the version I prefer. The Switch version actually adds some new mechanics, which is pretty fucking cool. And I hope they patch it into the other versions someday. Oh, man.
They didn't?
Not yet. And it's also Capcom, so I'm not going to hold my breath either.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't put any money on that.
It is modded in, though, so it's not like it doesn't... It's not a thing that's possible, but it's... Hey, Dante. Oh my god, look at him, he's so cool.
It doesn't seem so bad.
Nah.
This seems like Dante, right?
Yeah.
Was it Devil May Cry 2 or 3 that they used in Nocturne?
Oh, it was 2.
Because yeah, this does look like 2. Yeah, because like they created like they created this Dante, they created this version of Dante, then they used this version of Dante, or at least this look of Dante for Nocturne.
If I recall, was it the artist of SMT that did this design? I could be wrong. It might be just the DD. But
I don't remember which way it went.
I know there was a mutual exchange. I just don't know to what extent.
Son of Sparta.
Nice voice there. I don't know what that accent is. I feel like it's French, but that can't be right. You can hear the game too, right?
It doesn't. It's not French. Yeah. I want to learn French. I can tell that's not French.
That's what I figured. What's going to be really weird is hearing this Dante open their mouth and hearing Ruben Langdon, which is the real Dante at this point. Like, Ruben Langdon's been Dante since DMC3, and it's been consistent minus DMC Devil May Cry. Which I appreciate, actually. Like, he essentially, at this point, he is Dante.
Right. And it wouldn't make any sense for him since, I mean, DMC Devil May Cry was supposed to be a new thing anyway.
Yeah, so it wouldn't make sense for him.
It wouldn't make any sense for him to be voicing that one.
What I would have loved is if he made a cameo, but he didn't. And that's fine.
It's about as much of a clusterfuck as, like, Big Boss and Solid Snake.
So no Dante hasn't even opened his fucking mouth yet either. He has not said a word.
Yeah, I was about to say, did he say anything in that entire scene?
He has not said a fucking word in this game yet.
So is he able to talk?
Yes, he is. So we got good. Our sword swing is real good, and that's our stinger.
Oh, okay. Wow. There's a lot of wind up to that stinger. Is it always like that?
No, and look at the distance traveled too. It's
Yo, he travels like a lot before he actually puts that sword out. I wonder when his hitbox starts, or the hurt box, I should say.
It hurt. You know, I think like the point of the blade always hurts, but I'm not sure to. Oh wait, is there stuff over here before I go hopping down that hole? No, there isn't. I know in stage 1 I could just go through it. I've got a guide up because I don't remember where half the upgrades are in this game, and some of them are actually pretty helpful.
Look, you're not going to get any judgment from me about having an FAQ up while doing gameplay.
Oh, I wouldn't. I don't think anybody would, especially if it's a game they fucking nobody likes. I think there's like 3 people who like this game, and they're all the same person.
They're all the
I have heard, like, there are some people who seem to genuinely defend this game, and it's like, no. This game, I mean, okay, we can defend Itsuno, who made this in 6 months, essentially.
Yeah, but, I wouldn't hold it against him, though.
No, he made a game that works in 6 months. That's fucking incredible.
Yeah, the fact that the game is functional in 6 months is... You know.
Like, he whipped that they apparently went from pretty much nothing. I don't even think the stinger was working to a complete game. Okay, let's go. Yeah. Oh my god, that's right. You have to hold... How do I... Wait. Is there no just auto... Okay, there isn't. So you can't just do a down... I guess I should do what you want me to do.
Oh, I wasn't going to say anything. I was like, man, you're using your sword a lot in a game that doesn't want you to use your sword.
So you can see why the guns are really good in this. I don't know who thought it was a good idea to make the guns lift people up.
Yeah, like, why? Like, that's the... It's that game mechanic notion of, like, don't give the player something that doesn't cost them anything and is the best option in the game.
Like, it's just too good.
Because, like, why wouldn't you use it?
Can you guess when this game was made?
Oh dear.
Can you predict an era?
I can, a little bit.
You do actually. Oh, Reso, this might be your favorite one. There's a dedicated dodge button.
Oh.
Circle is just
great.
dodge.
Great. So you're telling me the thing I love Bayonetta for came from the worst Devil May Cry game.
A little bit, yeah.
Oh, thanks. Now I feel worse for liking it.
I mean, Bayonetta's good. Let's not actually knock Bayonetta. Bayonetta's a good game.
Yeah, but
it's just it's really just a shame that they found better uses for the circle button in future games.
Yeah, I can imagine. I admit, like, maybe
actually,
again, that demo for Devil May Cry 5, man, it fucked me up royally with that boss, because I was like, fuck, how do I avoid? What's the button to roll? I'm like,
actually,
I don't have a roll?
A better way that makes this a lot more palatable is think of this as Beta Trickster, which is, you know, one of Dante's stances as soon as styles become a thing. Because Trickster does actually add a dodge button. It's both really great, as in its hitbox are incredible, Actually, also, really quick, while I can do it. So the reason I was really excited about this game... Come on. Do I not just do it? Hold on, I got it. There you go! You can shoot somebody in the other direction. And I thought it was the coolest thing until I had to start accepting maybe this game wasn't that fun.
Oh, that had to sting.
But Gunslinger has that in DMC3 as well.
I
so.
actually, I have the, I guess, like I think I mentioned the 5th anniversary box set of this for PS2. I found at a local shop.
Yeah.
I paid like $7 for it. It has like all 3 games.
Did that come with the, was that the original version of DMC3 too, or was that the special edition that comes in that one?
I have to go look.
Because the original version's pretty special. It's cool that it, like, or rather, it's a cool curio, but it's pretty mean. Oh no, I've been hit.
Oh my god.
Oh, I gotta hit. I gotta shoot faster.
You know, you wouldn't have gotten hit there if you had a dodge button.
But I do, Reso. I do.
You don't. Oh, okay. You have a. Well, okay. How does that roll work though?
It dodges.
It dodges. Like, I admit, maybe I'm spoiled by Bayonetta. It's possible.
Oh yeah, I don't actually. Do I have a DT yet? Oh yeah, I do.
Oh.
So I can get super kind.
So you could just do that. That's just a thing now. It's just.
Yeah, his double trigger is just permanent. Also, what's really depressing, this is the first time Rebellion makes a showing. The sword that would eventually become iconic with Dante, and this is its beginning.
This is how it started, huh? This is how the legacy began.
This is the Rebellion on his back.
Ooh.
Oh, that's. I forgot you have to not be locking on to fucking do the down slat, or like the big cleave slash. Oh, did you fucking. Okay. Yeah, it's a video game.
Like, you know what? Just because it's a video game doesn't mean it's allowed to be like dumb.
So the first thing we're gonna want to upgrade. So note the amount of orbs we've collected in the middle of the stage and the cost for the upgrade.
Holy.
Yeah, it's pretty fucked up.
Wow, they really they want you to grind. I mean, I am the aficionado when it comes to the grind. I don't know if you remember that.
I would like to think you have some standards though.
I do. I have my.
I would assume this is a game you would just be like, all right, I just want to get this done. Let's get the bare minimum enough to get through this.
Like, if I have to grind in I say if I have to grind an action game, but then I also grind it in Nier Automata, so I can't.
That's a game that occasionally needs a grind, or it can need a grind depending on what you're doing. All right, let's just do this.
Well, you see, I got to Story C and I was like under leveled by like 20 levels.
Yep.
Compared to everything, compared to like that entire segment in Story C. So when I finished that opening segment, that had killed me like 18 times.
Yeah.
Because I was underpowered.
Very determined. Yeah, that's a fucked up one to get in a bad spot on.
So, I found a place to do it. It's not very hard. It's actually very easy. So you just. Oh. Okay, so you do get kicked out of it.
Oh yeah, no, the double trigger does. There is a gauge.
Oh, I was about to say, there's no gauge for this? You could just do this? This is just...
What? Okay, where are you? Oh!
Yeah. Yeah, there it is. No, not there.
Oh, there's 3 of them.
Oh. I was like, man, he is just shooting at something hardcore off screen. I don't know what the fuck he's shooting at.
So this no longer feels like a Resident Evil game. This just feels like something. I wish this felt like a Resident Evil game. It would be better.
This is PS2, so what is it, like around Code Veronica?
No, Code Veronica was well out. I mean, there was a demo for the original Devil May Cry that came packed with Code Veronica. They were working on 4 at this point.
See, I don't know why, but every time I don't think of Code Veronica as a PS2 game, though.
Yeah, it was.
Because every time I think of Code Veronica, I think about the way I first found Code Veronica, which was on the Dreamcast.
I mean, it was originally a Dreamcast game, but Code Veronica X decided we really needed to have more Wesker. Which is fine. I mean, you know, who doesn't need a little more Wesker in their life? Oh, stage is done, by the way.
I mean, as long as you don't have Chris Redfield punching boulders, right?
No, I want Chris Redfield punching boulders at this point. Fuck it. We either go deadly serious or stupid as fuck.
All right, Dante, this is it, buddy. Come on.
I think we got it
What?
first. Ah!
What the fuck?
Still not a word spoken. You remember
Dante's
iconic stoicness?
Yeah, Dante's that super duper grim dark series.
We have gone an entire stage without a single word spoken from Dante.
He has said nothing. Are you sure he has his tongue?
Oh yeah, in case you're wondering, that's how long it took me to beat the game. When I beat it recently. It's not a particularly long game. Thankfully.
I don't feel like Devil May Cry games usually. I take that back. DMC Devil May Cry actually does
It ain't that short.
It's welcome.
Never does. DMC 5's also a touch bit on the lengthier side, but not. It doesn't outstay its welcome. Maybe by a stage
I
or
don't
two.
know. I think DMC Devil May Cry does though.
It does.
I think that's because a lot of the fucking. I don't find
the end game is junk.
Well, no, I just feel like after you've sent like the same like 6 enemies at me in a level like 12, like 15 fucking times, get me to the fucking boss already.
Yeah.
Like stop. I get it. You're this is like a gameplay test, but fucking stop.
Pretty much.
You gonna say something there, Dante?
You knew him?
Hey! Oh? Do you think Sparta and this lady fucked?
I don't want to think about that.
Our clan once fought against the demons with Sparta, son of Sparta. We must ask this favor of you. You see,
I will say one thing. I do like this Dante's design. I will say one thing. This city landscape is giving me in-game MGS2 vibes. Oh yeah, actually it really does.
Yeah, that final scene in MGS2 with the cityscape
fighting on the fucking right by the.
I always thought like that scene in MGS2 aged incredibly well visually.
Do you remember when Dante was Two-Face and flipped a coin to decide everything he did?
I mean, you could do it. Like, that could be like an edgy thing where he's like, well, I don't know if I'm going to help you or not. I'll flip a coin. Like, that could work. Dante could make that work. They just didn't do it well. Like,
man.
Like, I'm not going to hold that against them. There's plenty for me to hold against them.
You're far kinder than I am. Of course. I don't, look, this is just a game to me. You're treating this like it's like an ex-wife or some shit. Like I'm a Devil May Cry fan. We have that fucking feeling.
I don't have that kind of resentment. You have that like.
Oh my god, I'm bad at video games, Reso.
Oh gee. Oh no, they invert the control. Oh god. Greatest sin you could ever commit in the video game.
Really is. I will say the detail on his hair is pretty nice. Like it was like that in the PS2 version from what I remember. Like how it kind of flows around a little bit.
I keep forgetting this is on Switch. I was like, man, this looks really good for a PS2 fucking game. God damn.
Yep.
But then I'm like, yeah, there's no way you like whipped out a PS2 and have the equipment to record off a PS2 in the year 2020, 2021.
I mean, not personally. I do know people. I mean, you're fucking seen Gears set up with his OSC or OSSC and all that shit, but I am not a person of that.
I have a Hapog, but God help you if you think I'm setting that fucking thing back up again.
I think I would sooner throw that out the window and just emulate. Oh, I'm gonna go down here. It seems like a fun time.
Oh, okay. Makes sense.
I forgot. I not even forgot. I just didn't realize the most useful part of the shooting at other people is like I could just stand in one direction and just go boop, stay down on the ground.
Yeah, like I feel
stay on the ground.
I feel like this was a matter of like they were like 4.5 months into development And then they were like, well, we don't really have a lot for sword play. Okay, what about the guns? Well, I mean, they work. Cool. Make them powerful and just ship what we have for the sword.
Just
but,
make
sir,
it. Just they need to be able to finish this game.
Like, but sir, a lot of the gameplay isn't gonna work if we do that. Well, make it work. So just make the game rely on the gun? Yes.
Christ, you fucked up everything else before I got here. We gotta at least get something done.
We gotta try to make at least some of the money back we spent on this shit piece.
Now look, next game we're putting in styles. I don't want all this bullshit tied to one character. I mean, really, that's what it is. Like, everything in this game is in DMC3 to some capacity. Just way fucking better. And honestly, you usually don't have access to all of it at once unless you're playing the style swap mode.
Yeah, I really do gotta give remasters credit, man. They
like the blue flame.
It's kind of a wait a minute. Hold up a second, Nick. Hold on a second. Hold the fucking phone, Nick. You got some explaining to do.
What do you mean you didn't expect there to be puzzles in a game?
No, motherfucker. You paid money for this. You did. This isn't a collection on Switch.
Yeah, I bought this individually.
You paid for this individually.
Yes, I did. So there was actually an explanation of why that happened. So I misread a promotion for DMC3. I thought if you bought DMC1 and DMC2, you got a 50% discount on DMC3. Turns out is if you pre-order DMC3, you get a 50% discount for DMC1 and 2. So I ended up paying full price for all three of them and have dropped $60 on these fucking games.
Wow. You have
getting my money's worth out of DMC2, and that's all it lands.
You're only doing these series playthrough just so you can maybe get your money's worth out of DMC2.
I mean, I've definitely got my money's worth out of DMC3. Fucking love that game.
You see, I forgot because I was like, wait, he's playing this on Switch. Wait, the Switch get the collection? And I'm like, no, it didn't.
No, it does not.
God, I'm so sorry.
It was. I think I would have bought it inevitably. It just would have been at a different time, and it would have been a little bit cheaper.
about to say at a different time, like when it's inevitably on sale.
Oh, pass.
You know, usually when people do these kind of LPs, they usually try to be informative and not just Reso pray the fuck out of it. But unfortunately, DMC2 doesn't leave me a lot.
Do I look like I'm informative? No, we are suffering. There's no information to be had here, just misery.
6 months, right? 6 months.
From what I understand.
I mean, you gotta give them. I mean, like you said, 6 months. That's. Okay,
they made a playable video game in 6 months. That's pretty impressive.
Well, okay, but they must have reused assets. There's no way they built this in 6 months.
I don't know.
They must have,
that's actually a great question, and I don't have an answer to.
They must have reused some of DMC1's assets.
I will say I don't think so there. Now they might have had some assets that they didn't use from DMC1, but this doesn't have any assets that existed in DMC1. At least I think so.
I don't know, man. Those wall textures look pretty fucking familiar.
No, that could be the case. I won't totally write that off, but.
You know, this doesn't seem like it has the same. I don't know, man. The combo potential in this game just doesn't have that same. Doesn't feel like doesn't seem like it has that same flow to it.
God no.
As like DMC1, where those doors kind of force you to
use my tools at my fucking disposal and take advantage of the combat I've developed maybe not a mastery over, but a awareness of to make flashy and or fun. No, it doesn't.
This is it, boys and girls. We're going to watch Nick become more and more embittered by this game.
Alright, let's. Oh, I didn't time that right. Whee! Oh man. Oh, Reso, I stabbed somebody.
Oh no.
Oh god. Oh, now I'm going for a stinger. I will say the sword does do more damage than people will give it credit for. It's just the gun crowd controls.
Oh, I didn't say like the sword. It was never a matter of the sword wasn't good. It was a matter of
No, the sword is dog shit. Let's not split hairs. It's just people say the guns are more powerful, and I don't think that's entirely correct because the sword does do. I mean, like you saw, it takes a chunk of health off. The issue is it's slow as fuck. Like, look at that. And yes, you can in fact make these guys float in the air too.
Oh. Cool. I would normally make a comment about game balance, but does it?
This game does not deserve balance.
Does it even exist?
No, God, no.
How much did you pay for this again?
It was $20 on the Switch, and I bought it when it was brand new for $50.
You should have asked someone to. Oh, it came out of your money. It didn't come out of someone else's money.
My mom bought it for me because my mom loved me very much, and she is a good mom. My mom has bought throughout my childhood. My mom really wanting to make me happy and knowing games I like to play bought me. I mean, she's bought me a lot of good, but she's also bought me both Devil May Cry 2 and Mega Man X7.
Well, note to self: I'm sending your mom a Mother's Day card.
She is a very good mom. But dear fucking Christ!
Oh.
Yeah, you can fly, kinda.
Oh. We have there's flying. Well, okay. So riddle me this, Batman. Does the underwater first-person segments come back at least?
No, though that never happens. Thankfully, they had that goodwill. They wanted some positive to come out of this game. Who am I kidding? That's not necessarily positive, but that does not exist. Yeah, we got a boss fight coming up. Is there actually anything I give a fuck in the stage? Oh no, we don't have to worry about this either. When do I have to start looking for items? Oh my god, this shit's... you know what? Honestly, fuck health. I want more DT.